The new Copycat game mode is upon us. Let's begin. Welcome back to another episode, guys. Let's get into talking about what we're getting this week, because this week we're getting the Dream Invitation event. It's like Valentine's Day, but not exactly. It's in the middle of summer, so I guess that's a little weird, but whatever. During this event, we're going to have a special public map where you'll be able to go in with a duo, so somebody else along with you, maybe like a friend or something. And by completing duo quests inside of this public map, you'll be able to receive a portrait, room music, and even more rewards. It even suggests that you'll be able to like dance with your partner, take pictures, hug each other, stuff like that in this kind of weird open kind of watery area. It's very beautiful, but I'm not really sure exactly what the point of it is. This event will also bring along some returning content to the store, including the S tier skin for Patient called Luminary and his A tier that goes along with this. That's an accessory called Stargazer, the S tier skin for Psychologist called Everlasting Night, and the matching A tier accessory called Night Star, the A tier photographer accessory called Tenderness, the two pets Gary and Frecky that are like the wolves, and an S tier furniture piece that is called Hymn of the Tide. That's a double person swing, so you can go on there and swing to your heart's content with somebody else. That's all I know that's coming along with this Dream Invitation event, so let's move over to talking about the new Copycat game mode that we should be getting this week. This game mode is essentially Among Us. If you've ever played that game mode, you'll understand the rules immediately of how this game is played. In this game mode, you have 10 players, of which 6 are called detectives, 2 are called copycats, and 2 are mysterious visitors. The 6 detectives are essentially the general crew members in Among Us, the 2 copycats are the kind of killers or whatever you want to call them, and the 2 mysterious visitors are essentially just players that have their own motivations in the game. Each player will have a unique role and unique abilities, regardless of which faction you're in. What the detectives must do is they must complete tasks, essentially mini-games around the map, then discuss who the copycats may be and vote players out accordingly. The copycats, or the killers in this case, must eliminate detectives and can win when they are half of the remaining members in the match, so essentially 2 out of 4 players or 1 out of 2 players. Copycats can use abilities and create time-limited emergency tasks to pressure detectives into completing them. So this is very similar to when I played Among Us. I only played a couple of times. I'm not really a big fan of the game, but I know a lot of you guys are, so this is very reminiscent of this. I don't remember there being any equivalent to mysterious visitors though, because what the mysterious visitors can do is they have their own unique win conditions, and if they reach these win conditions, then they win immediately. I saw something of like putting survivors inside of boxes. I think they kind of catch survivors or something like that. I don't really understand, but it looks a little bit crazy, that's for sure. Rounds are played similar to Among Us, where the players can report incidents and vote on eliminating players. There are also environmental hazards, like I saw a sculpture statue that you could use to be able to push yourself whilst someone's chasing you if they're like a suspicious player and you think they might be one of the copycats or something like that. But yeah, another thing that we're getting this week is we're getting an updated character relations menu. That's all I know about it, really. There was a photo that they gave us quite some time ago at this point, but this is not really a feature that I've used too much in the game. Maybe you guys use it a little bit more. Maybe I'll use it more now that they're updating it. They are doing some furniture optimizations, and I must say the furniture pieces that they're optimizing look way better than they did before. So what they're doing is they're adding some fun new interactions to certain pieces of furniture. They're adding some glowing effects, particle effects. The pieces that they're changing include projector, exclusive bar counter, weird wardrobe, angel statue, royal wardrobe, demon statue, blue recliner, old-fashioned projector, temple sandbox, tranquil snooze, blue hammock, and blue rocking chair. I believe that I got these from IDV Clue on Twitter, so I'm not really sure if these are the direct translations. I haven't really got any of these furniture pieces. I'm not even sure which store you can get them in, if they come from the main store or from the furniture store, but regardless, they are way more worth it than they were before. And some more stuff that we're getting this week is we're getting 3 character days, including Ripper's character day on the 7th of this month. This is going to be his 5th character day, meaning he's getting a wall hanging portrait for you to put on your wall. We're getting Guard 26's character day on the 8th of this month, and it's going to be his 4th character day, meaning he's getting an exclusive emote. And Disciple's going to be getting a character day on the 11th of this month, meaning it's going to be her 4th character day as well, meaning she's getting, again, an exclusive emote. Now that we've talked about all that we're getting this week, let's move on to talk about some stuff that we're getting from the future. A lot of people have been asking about the Truth and Inference Noir skin for Seer, and NetEase has announced that they're going to be restocking them with a limited stock on the 3 separate dates. August 5th, that is the day of the recording of this video, September 5th, that is next month, and then October 5th as well. So if you don't have the chance to get it this week, you'll be able to get 2 more chances over the next coming months. Not really sure just how limited this stock is going to be, but that gives you 3 chances in total to get it, that I think a lot of people will be much happier about. Some more things that we saw was that NetEase just announced Goatman's trailer, his story trailer. We don't know what his abilities are yet, but as of the day of recording, they haven't announced his abilities yet, but it's very possible that the day of the release of this video, they might have already announced it, because they do like to announce gameplay stuff on Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Who knows? You guys can tell me in the comments exactly what he does. I'm looking forward to it because this character is one that I'm very invested in. He looks really interesting and unique. His story is very cool. It's a little bloody and gruesome. I do understand the story a little bit easier from the trailer compared to other characters, and it looks like his ability might be related to some type of control over animals. Someone even suggested spirit animals. I don't really know. Very interesting to see either way. It seems like his character will be coming on the 22nd of this month, coming along of course with Season 33 Essence 2. That will probably also bring along an S-tier skin for him. Okay, let's move on to talk about a crossover. We just recently had the China Academy of Art crossover Part 1 that brought along the Antiquarian skin, of course, but we also know when Part 2 is going to be coming. I'm not really sure if they're calling it Part 2, but I'm going to be calling it Part 2. That should be arriving at the end of September. It will of course bring back the Antiquarian skin that we just got, but it will add some new content, including a new skin for Wu Chang that we have talked about in previous episodes in the past, that the winner of the person who actually created the art for the contest in the China Academy of Art designed one for Wu Chang. So that will be the skin that is coming for that event. I'm really excited to see what it will look like in the game. I must say, NetEase has worked very hard to get this skin out really quickly if it's coming at the end of next month. Wow. There was a ton of news that was announced in NetEase's recent Q&A, all the answers that they gave us. I'm going to be kind of listing off some of the stuff that they gave us. Connected to extra skin and accessory news, they told us that Feast is getting an S-tier accessory next season. Violinist is getting an S-tier skin at the end of September. The esports skins that we've seen for like 4 different characters, including Prisoner, if I remember correctly, will be coming also at the end of September. Postman's Autumn Reverie skin will be returning this autumn. Toy Merchant will be getting an A-tier skin this season at some point. And the Persona 5 crossover Essences 1 and 2 will be returning, but I think Part 3 should come sometime at the end of this year, if I remember correctly. As for some adjustments for some characters, some buffs and some nerfs, Mechanic will be slightly adjusted, a little bit of a buff as far as we can tell. Toy Merchant will be buffed at the end of this season. There will be some improvements to Axboy's fire selection mechanism. They're discussing plans to adjust Geisha, probably a nerf, and they're also discussing plans to adjust Forward, possibly a buff. They also talked about some potential upcoming game features, including an invisibility mechanism that they didn't really say for which game mode. I'm assuming general game mode. Apparently that's already scheduled. They're really planning to make it. That's very exciting. They're planning on making a room plan sharing mechanism so people can copy the layout of your room if you want them to. They're already developing a one-click claim rewards feature that's going to save tons of time getting rid of those red dots in the game that are starting to get on my nerves at this point. The new game engine is planned to release mid-September, although they keep on delaying that, so that could be delayed once again and again and again. And they plan on adding some more phone widgets to your phone. There were some more answers that they gave to questions, but those are the ones that stood out to me the most. So make sure you go and read through the Q&A yourself if you kind of missed anything or something you're really looking forward to seeing. And maybe they did answer it already and I just didn't mention it. There's also a mini feature that they added recently to the official Identity V Discord, not the NGP server, but the other Discord server they also own. And that is this weird feature called the Discord profile function, where you can like print out a card of your account to show your friends. You have to manually circle it yourself, and of the characters that you play, which modes are your favorite, stuff like that. So if you want to use that, that is a feature that they've added. It's a bit of a weird one. I was hoping for it to kind of actually show gameplay content of what characters you play and stuff like that, but sadly, not really. You see that video on the screen right now? That's the one that YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy watching the most, so go and click on it right now.